Hi, my name is Shannon. I am a certified yoga instructor. Thank you for pressing play on this video. Today we're going to go through yoga poses that help to release tension in the psoas, specifically the iliopsoas, also known as the hip flexor. The iliopsoas connects the upper part of the body to the lower half of the body. It starts at the lower thoracic vertebrae. It runs over the pelvis and connects to the femur or the thigh. The primary function of the hip flexor is hip flexion, but it also helps with external rotation. When the iliopsoas is tight, it can cause stiffness and pain and discomfort both in the hips and the lower back. So today we're going to really work on releasing that tension so we feel nice, spacious, and open in the lower body. So when you're ready, clear a space around you, roll out your yoga mat, grab any props that you like to use for yoga, and then meet me standing on your mat. So we're going to start today in Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet hip distance apart, toes facing forward. Good. Lift your kneecaps up to start to engage your quad muscles. And then inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Good. You can clasp your fingertips at the top. Take an inhale. As you exhale, start to lean over to the right, making a little banana shape with your body. You'll feel this side stretch all the way down the body, including the area of the psoas. Good. One more breath here. And then come back to center. Keep the clasp of the hands. Inhale. As you exhale, make your banana shape over to the other side. So the hips can come in the opposite direction as you lean. Feeling that side stretch from your head to your toes. It's a great way to begin the day or just start to get some movement into your body, especially if you've been sitting for long periods of time or if you do a lot of running or cycling. Come back to center. Exhale, bring your hands down through prayer. Fold forward and down. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold forward and down. As you inhale, press through your feet, reach your arms back up. Exhale, hands come to the center. Moving through a few rounds of Ardha Surya Namaskar. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. When you're in your fold, your hip flexors are flexing, and as you inhale, they're lengthening, reaching up. Exhale, bring that energy down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward and down. Good. Now plant the palms down on the mat. Step your left leg back, and then drop your back knee down to the mat. When you're ready, inhale, reach your arms up for a low lunge Anjaneyasana. So in our lunging position, we're actually targeting the back hip flexor. So think about your pelvis slightly coming under to lengthen that back hip flexor. Good. Really focusing on the stretch in that back leg as you grow a little taller. Or just to stretch out the hips. One more inhale. As you exhale, plant your palms down. Step the front leg back. Come into a plank. Take an inhale, shift forward. As you exhale, lower your knees down. Then start to bend at your elbows, lower your chest and your chin down. Slide your belly down, untuck your toes. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, come into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. As you exhale, bend the knees, shift forward, step the foot. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, lift into your low lunge on the second side. And again, finding that pelvis position that will allow you to stretch the back hip flexor. Breathing, full deep belly breaths. Head. Staying here for a few rounds of breath to really get that hip open. One more inhale. One more exhale. And then planting the hands down. Take a big step forward with your back leg. Come into a fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press through your feet, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Start to shift your weight into the right leg, making the left leg nice and light. When you're ready, start to pick the leg up. Now, bring your knee in close. You can either use the psoas for a little strength here to keep the leg lifted, or you can grab a hold of the area right below your left knee. Good. Pick a spot to kind of stabilize your gaze, hugging the knee into the chest. Good. From here, you can release the clasp. We're going to grab a hold right above the ankle, pulling the knees in close together, allowing the thighs to be in one line. And then just allow your pelvis to tilt slightly so that you feel that back hip flexor. So we flex and then we extend and lengthen. But open up through the back of your chest, stay nice and steady in the legs. One more inhale. As you exhale, release the foot. We're going to take a big step back. Keep the back heel lifted. And then inhale, reach your arms up for a high lunge. Good. Squeezing the back glute, extending the back leg. So with that back leg really straight, you'll start to feel a hip flexor stretch. Now, rotate your back heel down to the mat and really start to angle your body towards the front of the room for Warrior One. Take your right hand on your right thigh. As you exhale, take the left arm up and over for a side bend in your Warrior One. So this is going to be a nice way to increase the length from your upper body all the way down to your lower body. One more inhale. As you exhale, turn that back heel up, take a big step forward, lower your hands down. We're going to repeat it on the other side. So shifting your weight into the left leg, making your right leg nice and light. And when you're ready, hug the knee into your chest. Getting that hip flexion here. Deep, full belly breaths. Finding a stable spot to focus your attention on. Keeping that grounded leg nice and active. Of course, you can always come near a wall for a little extra support. And then gently release the clasp. Grab hold of right above the ankle. Move the legs to parallel. And then start to turn your pelvis down slightly to create that hip flexor stretch. Keep the thighs parallel. You'll also feel a quad stretch here. Good. Staying stable through that standing leg to help you with balance and stability. And then gently release that leg, kick it back. Drop the toes down. Inhale, lift up into that high lunge. Good. So using the core muscles to stabilize your body. And then again, focusing on that length through the back hip flexor, really pressing through that back leg, kneecap lifted, and then using your pelvis here to help you deepen the stretch. Good. One more inhale. As you exhale, rotate the heel down, getting yourself prepared for that Warrior One shape. Good. Lift through the chest. And then take the left hand to the left thigh. Reach the right arm up and over for a side bend. So I feel the stretch all the way down my body. Really great way to stretch everything out and deepen that hip flexor stretch. One more inhale. As you exhale, release the hand down. This time we're going to lower the hands down to the mat. You'll step your left leg back to meet your right leg, coming into a plank. And then if you'd like to flow in between to reset your body, feel free to do so. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling to lift into your back bend. Exhaling to come back into dog. From your dog, inhale, shift forward. And exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Bring your hands back behind you, coming into a nice stretch for the hip flexors. Start to bend your knees, and then when you're ready, lift the chest and the heart. Grab hold of right above the ankles, and then kick your feet into your hands. Squeeze the legs together, open up the heart. Squeeze the back of your heart together here. Feel the legs working, feel the hip flexors opening. Keep your gaze nice and neutral. Breathing here for bow pose. For 3. For 2. And 1. Lower down. You can stack the hands one on top of the other. And you can also swish the hips from side to side. And then when you're ready, pressing yourself back up into a dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up. As you exhale, bend the knee, shift forward, setting up for a pigeon pose. Bringing your knee to the outside of your right wrist. Your left leg is going to reach long behind you. And then take an inhale here, grow really long in the spine. As you exhale, option to come down any amount. Now, if you've got a block with you today, you can also slide a block in between your sits bone and the floor. You can also place a block underneath the forehead, or you can decide to lower all the way down. Full deep belly breaths here. Using your breath to help you stay grounded, present, and focused. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly start to come up. Make your way back into downward facing dog. And then we'll do the other side. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, bend the knee, shift forward. Bring your knee to the outside of the left wrist. Extend the back leg long. Inhale first to lengthen everything. And then exhale, option to fold forward any amount. Allowing your body to have heaviness while also starting to clear any stagnant, stiff, tense energy out of the hips. This might also mean clearing some stress or some emotion out of the hips too. And breathing here through it all. And then slowly starting to come up. Swing your back leg around. Take a seat on your mat. Shake out your legs. Let the blood flow back into both sides. And then we're going to lower down to the mat for a bridge pose. So when you're ready, rolling it down. Walk your heels in close towards your fingertips. Feet hip distance apart, toes facing forward. When you're ready, lift your hips up. Keep your gaze up towards the ceiling. You can roll your shoulders underneath. And then really think about getting length and extension in the psoas, the hip flexors. Good. Press here to open up. The glute muscles are turned on, but they're not squeezing super, super hard. They're just lightly activated. Good. Feel the hips pressing up and lengthening. One more inhale. And exhale, slowly starting to lower down. Hug both of your knees into your chest. You can gently rock side to side here. Allowing the hips to flex and allowing your spine to decompress. And then when you feel ready, you can make your way into Shavasana for a few breaths, extending the legs long, letting the feet flop open to the sides. Just a counter stretch to the flexion, allowing everything to be long and heavy. And you can stay here for as long as you'd like. But when you're ready to come out of it, you'll start to bend your knees, roll over onto one side, and press yourself up, coming to a comfortable position on your mat. And just noticing how your body is feeling after taking the time to move, stretch, and breathe. Hopefully this video helps you to create a little more space in the hips and release some tension so that you can move about your day pain-free. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you found it helpful. And I'll see you again on the mat soon.